All right, we going. Welcome to the D Program Show. I got a very special guest. Y'all know him as Bigfoot. I know him as Joe Reed. We go way back, straight up out of Washington Hills. Bigfoot, OG, Joe Reed. What's going on, my brother?
What's cracking, homie? What it do, fam?
Man, man, hold on. I'm tripping, man. Hold on. We gonna get it together. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, we good. I'm tripping, man.
That's all right.
Man, what's going on with you, my brother? We gonna get it done.
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm just cool. I ain't making too much noise. Just making a little noise, but not too much.
All right, man. Let's start off with the. I guess we'll start out with the gang situation, right?
Okay.
All right. What? Okay, you being an OG in the game, long as you've been in the game, you ain't got to go deep in detail how long you've been in it. What's the difference in the gang mentality back then when you started and the gang mentality now?
The game mentality back then, you had real OGs. Even if they weren't a real game member, they was real OGs because they taught you the game. It was a respect level. You couldn't move unless you got permission to do certain things. Back then is if you had an issue with an individual, you can't just go put your hands on that individual. You got to get the okay from the big homie. If the big homie don't give you the okay, then you can't touch him because it's always was said you can't make money when the block is hot. So therefore, you had structure. Believe it or not, even though it was illegal, but you had structure. Now you fast forward to now, it's no structure. You got dudes claiming to be big homies that they ain't never did no gangster shit in their life. But here they is, they trying to guide some young guys, and in some instances, you got the guys they trying to guide is more gangster than they is. So it's not no real structure. And then when they have an issue, they just go and do whatever they want to do, shoot somebody's house up and all that. Back when I came up, man, that was the last thing you're gonna do was shoot somebody's house up. Y'all gonna meet toe to toe. The two big homies gonna get together. We're gonna set up a meet spot, and y'all gonna get it off your chest and go toe to toe. May the best man win. You gonna fight till so somebody say, "Man, I done had enough." Now everybody gonna go their separate way. You got it off their chest, and you can go back to getting money. They don't do it like that now. They just shoot it up, bang bang, and run everything hot. That's why I don't have no respect. I got respect for very few of the little gangsters right now, man, because they don't have no respect and they damn sure don't have no loyalty to each other.
So what made the situation change from then to now? What caused the structure to be lost?
Well, I think what caused you had some real OGs that went to prison. So when they did went to prison, or not necessarily went to prison, they just got older, got a family, and chose a different route, which ain't nothing wrong with that. So once they chose a different route, either they had a family or they went to prison, you had ones coming up that didn't have nobody to listen to. So the ones they were listening to never was proper. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got the blind leaving the blind. So therefore, that's where it's changed it, because these guys now they not majority of them not proper. What they do is if they hang with somebody who really is a gang member, so now they gonna say they that particular gang. But when I came up, if you said you was part of a clique, and come to find that you wasn't, you got your ass beat. You couldn't false claim to be rolling 20 and you wasn't that just because you hung with me. You can't claim that you was a rolling 20. Only thing you can say is shit, I roll with the big homie. I'm cool with the big homie. Now, you make and go far as like, well, I'm affiliate with them because I'm cool. But that's where you draw the line. You can never claim to be something that you're not. Now they let guys claim to be shit and they really ain't. Then when push comes to shove, you'll be surprised how many of these youngsters ain't even gang members now. But that's what they claiming. So it's no structure at all no more.
And when you say proper, give a proper context of what you mean by proper.
Okay. Prop is this. When I got put down when I was a youngster in the game, I got put down in Long Beach, California. The thing is, you get in a circle. You know, it's on your big homie. How many people gonna sit there and fight you? You know, without going into detail because it's against the rules about the proper way how you go. But that's how it is. You get what we call in a rack. You get in a circle. You know, in my case, I had 6 people to form a circle. And I had to knuckle up. I had to go 3 minutes. They don't expect for you to win, but they expect for you to be able to hold your own to see if you either worthy of being on the set. You know, once you fall, you can't get beat on or nothing like that. You have a short time limit to get up. You know, in my case, I had to be up back on my feet within 3 seconds. So therefore, that was the proper way of getting put down in the game, which was blood or Crips. You know, now you got guys that claim to be something, but they not proper. They didn't get put in a rack. And also, before you get put on a rack, you went on watch. And when you went on watch, you got taught the history or whatever gang set you was in, when it was formed, what year, who started. So therefore, it was you had language that went behind it. So even before you even got to the rack, you had to speak that literature back to them. If you couldn't spit back what you've been taught, then you can't even get in the game. I don't care how good you could fight. But it was levels to get into a game. Now these young boys, they don't know their literature, they don't know the history, and then they not even getting in a rack fighting. So therefore, it's all fucked up on their end because they ain't going the right way about it. So that's why I say they not proper. I'll give you another example. When I came home from the Feds joint, I got hired on at Turner High School by Keith the Book, be the strength and condition coach. Also, along with that, from my game background, they wanted me to talk to some of the guys that they really wanted, you know, make some see graduate and all that. They had some they claimed to want to get out the game. So they brought me in to be able to see, can I help with my background and see, can I help, you know, reach out to some of they big homies to get them out. You had one guy in China saying that he was, you know, he was a Crip and this and that. So I said, oh yeah, I know the big homie on that set. So once I reached out to the big homie didn't even know who I was talking about. He said, who? You say, who trying to get out? Who trying to get out the game? I said, then I showed him a picture. He said, man, I ain't never seen him a day in my life. Come to find out, he was faking. He ran with guys who was Crip, but he wasn't proper. But he was saying he wanted to get out the game. So that's what I mean. That's just an example of what I mean, that these guys claim to be stuff, but he had the principal, the basketball coach. He had them trying to help him, thinking he was really in the game, but he wasn't even in the game. So, but the heat had got on him. They had shot up somebody's house, and the heat was coming back. So now he wanted to get away from it, but you can't get away from it because you ran with these guys, but he would claim to be proper. He wasn't proper. So that's what I mean when I say proper. It's levels to it, but these guys ain't proper and going through the proper channel to get proper.
All right, let me ask you this. I've always heard, I don't know, so I'm asking you. When you get in a game, they say if you talk to the police involving any crime, that's snitching. Meaning, if me and you get into it, if I do something to you, since you in the game, you don't have the right to go to the police. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I thought you were still talking. That's why I say, when you came up, that's how it was. You know, when you came up, they had stitches end up in ditches. You know, snitches end up in ditches. You know, back in the day when we were coming to, I was young, they stood by that. You know, in some places they still stand by it. But you have so many niggas talking now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas saying now, like, shit, well, if a nigga told on me, I'm finna pass on and tell on another nigga. So now they got to somewhere along the line that, okay, if this nigga get you, then shit, keep it even. You know what I'm saying? Pass it on. So somewhere along the line, before I ever got my fed time, they got okay with that shit. So motherfucker eased up off the rules of the game and lighten the game. I mean, you have niggas like right now in our city, you have niggas who went to prison for 15 or more years, then got out, back doing the same thing, and the same person who got the whole clip knocked off they back doing business with them. So they okay with it. You know what I'm saying? But so, I mean, if you have it like that, and this person, you know what I'm saying, this person gangster, I ain't gonna say their name, but everybody in the streets know this particular person. He gangster, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know he got bodies, but, you know, if he okay with it, then who am I or who are you to be like, man, blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm saying. You got some guys, they just okay with me like, well, that's part of it. But, you know, I was always told, you know, once I got jammed up and my situation went to the Fed, somebody was on my team that jammed me up and told on my kid's mama, nigga like shit, nigga, you know, pass that shit on. So when nigga, you got niggas saying that it's okay and think it's okay. So now you got two different sides. Some sides say, man, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Never do that. Then you got this side that you got gangsters on, like, pass that shit. So now you in the middle. You feel what I'm saying? So what do you do? Because at the end of the day, you might hear somebody say, oh, he a snitch, or she a snitch. But motherfucker still doing business with them. So therefore, how do you go about it? At the end of the day, it come on you as the individual. It come on you to the individual choose what you want to do. But what I would tell a person in a minute, it's on you to choose. But I say this, if you're going to do business with somebody who told on somebody, all I say is don't do no illegal business with them. If you don't do anything illegal with them, it ain't shit they can tell. They can tell all day, but if it's legal, then how can you get in trouble? Now, if you choose to do something illegal with a motherfucker and you know the toll, then that's on you. But every situation have his own. And that's what I would say. Every situation have his own. Cause being in the feds, I've seen a lot of different nigga paperwork. And it's situations you seen like, man, you can't even make this shit up in a movie. So every situation is different. And it's on the individual how they want to go about it, how they want to deal with it. Everybody deal with shit different. Of course, you know, the mafia, they deal with their shit just straight off, just killing. You can't tell at all. So, you know, the code should have stayed like that, but it's 50-50. I can honestly tell you, man, I truly in my heart believe it's 50-50, meaning I won't even say 50-50. I say 60-40. 60% people like shit. If you snitch, it is what it is. Oh, well, that's part of the game now. 40% like, no, they still believe in the mafia rule. But I truly believe niggas around our city, they want to put the dirt in the game. So it's 60% don't feel like shit. Pass that shit on and keep it moving. So, like I say, at the end of the day, who is me or you to sit here and trip about it when niggas have made it okay?
Yeah. So with the legal system, with that being said, I hear you talk about the legal system. Why is it that why do you think dudes who choose to get in the gang or choose to sell dope be mad at the police or the DA for doing their job? Why do you think that is?
Now that's what I think is crazy. And I spoke on this on my little live the other day. This what I have issue with. If you choose to do whatever it is illegal, let's say dope, since that's the high crime thing. If you choose to go out there, let's take, because we were just talking about heroin. Let's take heroin. Everybody know heroin gonna get you forever. So if you choose to go out there and sell some heroin, and the police happen to run up on you, get behind you, whatever case may be, and give you 20 years for an ounce of heroin, I don't want to hear motherfuckers say, man, that white man fucked me up. Man, them white people fucked my life up, man, gave me all this time. No, nigga, you gave yourself all that time. So you can't get mad. So that's something a motherfucker never could tell me. Man, the white man gave me all this time. Because first I don't say, did the white man make you sell that dope? Did the white man put that dope in your hand? So stop saying the white man made you do it because you chose to do that shit. You know the consequences. So when motherfuckers say that, I don't really listen to it. Don't have nothing that's really hear nothing else they got to say, because I already know they got a fucked up mindset because the white man didn't do it to you. You did it yourself. And like I say, how can I get mad? We know if you get in the system, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get fucked when it comes to that time. You know what I'm saying? You know this before you pick that dope up. If you get jammed up, it might be your time. Because this how the lawyers play. This is what I had a lawyer tell me. I'm going to tell you who my lawyer was. He dead now. Senator Ward Crutchfield. My first gun charge I got, I used him. I paid him. He was high, but guess what he told me? He said, you can pay me this price, or you can go get another lawyer. But if you go get another lawyer, you better hope that it ain't they turn to owe the DA a favor. I said, what you mean by that? He said, because he said it's the game that we play. They'll rub our back, and then when it's time to throw them by 5 or 6 fish mean they gonna burn 5 or 6 people on some fucked up time. He said that's what they do. So he said, but me being the top lawyer in the city, and I'm the senator, he said all my people, get good time. I said, oh yeah, said yeah. So of course I used them. My shit was just a little goddamn 45-day probation. Back in the day when the probation place was over there in North Chattanooga, that was in the 90s, and I never got fucked. But I just seen niggas have the same charge I have, just got caught with a pistol, end up going to jail, civil jail for 1129 or a year and a half. Same charge, no background or nothing, but end up being they lawyer end up he owed that DA the favor, so it was just his time to get burnt. So the lawyers took the client money and burnt them. So that's how the system goes. So hey, you gambling all the way around, so you can't get mad, because if you say you don't know that's how the game goes and you in the street, then you telling a motherfucking lie, because that's how the game goes. And that's just how it is.
So it's possible that a dude could have been possibly, I guess we'll say innocent sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they bring a case on him, and then the lawyer just so happened to owe the DA a favor, and he say, man, here you go.
Yep. Hey, it's fucked up, ain't it? But hey, that's how the game go in that lawyer office, man. And hey, in them courtrooms, that's just how it go. That's a true saying. It's all about who you know. I knew Ward Crutchfield. I could afford him. So that's how. But you use a public defender. Sometimes a public defender gonna burn you quicker than anybody, because you gotta remember a public defender trying to move up too. So sometimes they were like, I'm gonna give you this. You know what I'm saying? Just give us your client. When they say give us your client, like just act like you're doing the best he can. Because they all got numbers. They all gotta look good. They gotta put so many people in them jails, man. That's what people don't know. When you go to jail, especially like federal, the county jail for holding federal inmates, I used to know the exact dollar amount when I was locked up. They get so much money a day per inmate. So therefore, they make money by having you in there. So yeah, they gonna get your ass in there because they make money. They gonna goddamn get a bonus on their check. They looking good because they got a high rate, and that's just how it goes. So that's part of the game, and it ain't nothing. It ain't gonna never change. I don't care who get in office. I don't care who you vote in. That shit ain't gonna never change because it's a money thing. You ain't gonna stop that money because that money make the world go around. So you ain't gonna stop that money.
Okay, we gonna deal with the feds since you brought that up. Why is it that dudes don't want to work a job on the street and then sell this big boy dope and gotta go work for slave wages in the feds? Why you think they don't recognize, hey man, I'm gonna either work it out here, or I'm gonna work it out. Cause am I tripping on that? Is that how they go?
Hey, look, I'm glad you brought that up. I was one of them dudes like, I had never worked before. But, you know what I'm saying? Once I went and did my little fed time, I said, I'm greedy. I like to eat. So I put in an application because I want to work in the kitchen around the food. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, man, when they told me how much I was going to be, I wasn't working in the kitchen to get paid because it ain't no money. I'm working because I like working out. So therefore, I know I have a high metabolism, so I like to eat. Because you got to understand, when I left the streets, I was eating between 12 to 15 times a day within a 24-hour period because I have a high metabolism. So when I went in at 302 pounds. Within 8 months, I dropped from 302, and this all at the counter because I couldn't eat normally the way that I ate. So I went from 302 to 214 pounds in 8 months. And this ain't working out doing no cardio. that's how I fell off because my body was custom eating. So let me fast forward. So when I do get to the Fed, they say, all right, you're gonna make 32 cents an hour. 32 cents an hour? You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, 32 cents an hour. Listen, that was some wild ass shit, but this one I'm gonna mess up in. Once I worked my way and got to the camp, worked my way down, I got to the camp, because I got to the camp to get the drug program. The camp, you go out, like, say for instance, let's say for instance, the University of Tennessee, UTC, that's the prison yard, right? Okay. They will go to places like China High School, Brainerd High School, Howard, over there, Lookout State. They cut grass. It was a work camp. So they bus you to these different locations. The final location was like, it was like 50 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? It was just like traveling out of town. It was a Navy base. So they go, you know what I'm saying? They take about 5 buses, about a total about 400 inmates. Excuse me, and go cut grass, did the landscaping, right? Okay. Now you out in the sun from 8 o'clock in the morning when you get there. You don't leave till like 3:30. If you stay 50 minutes away, you know what I'm saying? They load up the bus by 3, get back by 5 o'clock, so you be ready for chow. But man, you working cutting grass for 35 cents and 30 cents an hour, man. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. You just don't go cut. You don't go do no working on Saturday and Sunday. Then when you get your check at the end of the month, they automatically put in your account, and all you got from working doing all that, you done got blacker than a motherfucker, especially in the summertime. Man, you got $65 or $72, dog. So that's why I can go hard and work all these jobs like I do now, because if I worked in that kitchen and made 30 to 35 cents an hour, well, I can't go out here and goddamn go bust my ass and goddamn and still have my freedom. You feel what I'm saying? So once you get behind them bars, if you ever been behind them and realize it, then you like, man, just like I was just having a conversation with a girl. Shit, it got to make sense. But these numbers don't make sense no more. So you mean to tell me, I give prime example. When I left here, the most I ever paid for a brick was $17,000. That's the most I ever paid for one. I come home and it's 36 ounces in the brick. I just broke this down. It's 36 ounces in the brick. For people who can't do numbers, let me make it easy. Let's push it. Let's say you even paid $20,000 for a brick. It's 36 ounces in the brick. Nigga was selling ounces $1,000. If you paid $20,000 for a brick and you sell each ounce for $1,000, that's $36,000. That's a $16,000 profit. You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. So 20,000 get you 16. You damn near double your money, right? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you straight. Now I come home, this same brick is 30,000. 30,000. So now a person can go from making $16,000 profit to now the dope got to be perfect. So now you make a $6,000 profit. Let's say the dope fucked up the way it was when I came home. The dope fucked up. So now you got to fix all this you done cooked up. So you go from paying $30,000, you only gonna make a $6,000 profit. Let's say you got down, had to fix so many ounces. Now you done messed up 3 ounces because you had to fix it. So you took $30,000 just to make a $3,000 profit. Man, that shit crazy as hell. Where do that make sense at, man? You feel what I'm saying? The numbers don't add up. So you mean to tell me you took penitentiary chances again just to make $3,000, where you can go out here and work some overtime working job and make $3,000 in 2 weeks? You feel what I'm saying? You might have to bust your ass, but even if you bust your ass, guess what? You got your freedom. So why not go out here? That's why you see me with my hands in everything. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I got my hand over here in the store, I got my hand over here in security, I got my hand in a barber shop in Atlanta, I got my hand in a salon in Nashville, down in Griffin, Georgia. If I got my hands in all this and it's legit, I guarantee you won't have no headache. You feel what I'm saying? Because it got to make sense, because I got to go. When I retire, I'm 46. I said by the time I'm 49 years old, 3 years from now, with all the business I got going on, I want to have an income of at least $22,000 a month coming in. A lot of people say $22,000 a month being retired, that ain't much. But if you got money put up in the bank,